And speaking of the patriarch of Mid-American Conference head coaches, we are pleased to be joined by Frank Solich, now beginning his 14th year with the Ohio Bobcats as the head coach, and his quarterback, Nathan Rourke. Gentlemen, welcome to Detroit. Frank, great to have you here, as always.
Thank you, Michael. Dustin, it's great to be here.
Yeah, Coach, listen, I mean, again, that just spoke for itself, so I don't know how much credence you put into that stuff, but at least, everyone that follows the Mid-American Conference knows that you are not only a talented football team, but a deep and experienced football team, and one that you've proven, Frank, that knows how to win championships in this conference. Now, how does that extend the challenges for you?
Yeah, it's very easy to select people at the beginning of the year. Obviously, what we all strive for is to get something done at the end of the year, get in that MAC championship game, and get it won. I appreciate what people have been all about in terms of selecting us. I think it's a credit to our football players, Nathan and his gang, and obviously to our coaching staff too, so we appreciate that. But we know what the MAC's all about, and every time you step on the field, you got to play your best football or you're not going to get it done.
Expectations never been higher. And you've been here 14 years.
Yeah.
How do your players respond to that? I mean, you guys have had success. You've been to 9 bowl games at Ohio, but still somehow, and I was blown away by this, Ohio hasn't won a MAC championship since 1968.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Obviously, that's a goal that we have. I think we've got a great group of young men who are thinking that way also and believing in themselves. We had great winter workouts, great summer workouts. The leadership on our football team, I think, is phenomenal. I think coaches do a greater job now of developing leadership. I think it used to be back in the old days where you hope you had leadership on your football team. Now coaches are working at developing leadership on our team. We've got 7 captains. That's a good indication of the kind of leadership we have.
8 returning starters on offense, including this guy.
Yeah.
How's he coming along for you?
Really good. I appreciate what he's all about. I want him to have another year like he had last year. But he's prepared extremely well. He's a very bright young man. Since he's been here, he's done everything the right way, from school to football to what he's all about in terms of his character. So we want him to have great success. Obviously, the position is extremely important in terms of winning football games. He's going to have a good group of people surrounding him. We're going to have a very, very good offensive line again. I think our receiving core will be probably the best collection of receivers that we've had. 6 to 8 guys that can really play well. And so our running backs, most of them are back. We lost Dorian Brown, but we should be able to score some points. That's what we're counting on doing.
Sure scored some points last year. I mean, 1-2 virtually, Nathan Rourke, in every category offensively. As you ran your Ohio Bobcat offense, look, there's no question. Your physical skills speak for themselves, and your ability to manufacture from the quarterback position. Curious as to how mentally, Nathan, psychologically, what did you not only learn from that your first year at the helm, but now apply toward bigger and better in 2018 with your offense?
Yeah, my goal when I got here was to kind of just adapt as I could and try to make the most of any opportunity that I got. And I think I did a good job of that. But this year the challenge is to take that a step further and dive into the playbook even more than I did. Learn every position that I can and kind of help the guys out. That's what the role I had during spring ball when I wasn't able to participate. And I think that's exactly where I want to be. I can't wait to get back on the field and take this team to another level.
Frank, you seem so cerebral and so in command of you and Coach Albin's offense. I mean, what was it about all of the package that attracted you to say, oh, this guy's our guy going forward?
Comes from a great family. His younger brother is a great football player, also a very competitive family. So there's some stories about that Nathan could share with you later. But him and his brother and his mom and dad, very competitive group of people, and that's carried on over to the football field for Nathan. He's very bright, and so that's huge. It's one thing to have skill; it's another thing to have skill and be bright. So Nathan has the whole package. He's well liked by his teammates. They appreciate the toughness in this guy. Quarterbacks at times can show toughness. At times, they get away with not showing toughness.
Yeah.
But this guy's got a great deal of toughness. His players, his teammates appreciate what he's all about in that regard.
21 rushing touchdowns. You're carrying the football a lot. You worry about keeping this guy upright and on the field?
Yeah, you do worry about your quarterback getting a ton of carries, but you certainly got to play to what your guy's abilities are. He's a tremendous runner. He's got good speed, but he is tremendously elusive and can make very explosive plays on the ground as well as in the air. And that's what we search for, a guy that can do both, and he does it extremely well. But getting banged up and is a part of football. It can happen. We're going to knock on wood that it doesn't happen. If he can go the whole season, he's going to have a great year.
Nathan, rumor is he's still doing 100 push-ups a day. Is that true?
I'm not sure if that's true, but I mean,
is that an urban legend? Or?
It's what I started.
Yeah, he's in great shape though. So
I tell everybody every year, Coach Solich lifts with the offensive linemen, and if you know anything about what goes on in the football weight room, the man lifts with his own line. You got to set the standard, Frank.
A lot of stories are started here. Yeah.
Exactly, but you know what, Coach Solich, listen, we got to brag upon you because this is one of the highest tenured coaches in all of college football, folks. 97 career wins in Athens at Ohio University. That's the third most all time among a very distinguished, as we know, some absolutely phenomenal head football coaches that have come through. As you enter year number 14, what is all of this now? Are you starting to associate this with, in terms of how you've wanted to build this Ohio program, and it has been in your likeness, and you're starting to bear some of the fruits of all that hard work?
Yeah, fortunately in my coaching career at Ohio, I've been around a lot of great people, Michael. It's been tremendous in terms of the support coming from the administration. Obviously, your AD's a huge factor in the support. The fan base there at Ohio. I was fortunate to get a job where I think people wanted to see a change, and we were able to take some steps, make the change possible, and establish a winning attitude, and I feel very good about that. I love my job, love being around the players that we got.
Playing for this kind of head coach is special, yes, Nathan?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to come to Ohio, and reason why a lot of other people wanted to go to Ohio is just the character and the integrity that he brings to the game, and it's evident in the way he carries himself.
Hear, hear, well said. Let's take a look at what you have at the offing, Coach Solich and Nathan Rourke. Ohio's first 6 games of this 2018 season, so we'll see them here on the ESPN family of networks when they open it up at Peden Stadium against Howard. And then you're going back to at Virginia and at Cincinnati, two quality programs before UMass, and then getting into MAC play at Kent State. How do you feel? So I don't know. I think this season we're safe to say you're going to get your 100th win at the helm at Ohio University. How do you feel the schedule lines up for the development of your football team, Frank?
Well, it'll be a challenging non-conference schedule. Obviously, you look at the 2 away games, Virginia and Cincinnati. I think both are well-coached teams, young coaches at that program, at those programs, and they're going to be a good football team. Both those teams. Howard's program is a good program. UMass was very good at the end of the season. They're going to be a very good football team. So we're going to have to work at getting through the non-conference schedule and come out of that the way we want to. Then as you get into the MAC, every team's capable of winning, and so it's a challenging conference. We're going to have to play our best football. If we do, we're going to have a shot.
Yeah, you always have a shot. As always, much good luck from all of us, integrity and respect from all of us, and have a great 2018.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate it,
Nathan
guys.
Rourke, you as well.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Keeps Coach Solich on the up and up. Keep him in the weight room now, all right? That's going to be your job this year. All right, don't go away. When we come back, we'll wrap up our 2018 A MAC football Media Day preview out of Detroit. That's next. Don't move.